Welcome to a special edition of Gore Stories, where we venture into the darkest corners of the human psyche, intertwined with the digital realm. This is a tale that will chill your core and challenge your perception of reality. Fasten your seatbelts, listeners, as we embark on a journey through the mind of a cybercriminal and the victims entangled in their web. In the depths of the dark web, a figure lurked, known only by the alias Shadow Striker. This individual possessed a twisted genius, using their skills to prey on the innocent. Shadow Striker's weapon of choice, an advanced form of malware designed to infiltrate and control. But this malware had a sinister twist that fed on fear and desire. Our story begins with an unsuspecting victim, Sarah, a young professional living in the heart of the city. Sarah, like many, relied heavily on technology, her smartphone being her constant companion. Little did she know, her digital life was about to take a horrifying turn. One fateful day, Sarah received an email, seemingly from a reputable online store. The subject line read, "Exclusive offer, unlocking your desires." Curiosity piqued. She opened the email, unaware of the malicious payload it carried. The email contained an attachment, disguised as a discount voucher. Sarah, eager for a good deal, downloaded and opened it. Unbeknownst to her, this triggered the release of Shadow Striker's malware. The code was stealthy, infiltrating her phone's operating system and establishing a covert connection to a remote server. As the malware activated, Sarah's phone began to act strangely. Apps opened and closed on their own, and her screen displayed cryptic messages. Phones display, "Welcome to your new reality. Sarah, Shadow Striker is now your master." Sarah, terrified, tried to shut down her phone, but it was unresponsive. The malware had taken control, and Shadow Striker's sinister game had begun. Shadow Striker's malware was not just about control. It was designed to exploit Sarah's deepest fears and desires. Through advanced AI algorithms, the malware learned her behavior, preferences, and secrets. It became a digital reflection of her subconscious, a mirror to her soul. Sarah's phone, now a portal to her nightmares, started displaying personalized horror. It showed her worst fear: spiders crawling on her screen, faces distorted by fear, and messages hinting at her darkest secrets. The malware played disturbing sounds, whispering her name, and taunting her with her own thoughts. Malware's message: "I see your fears, Sarah, I know your secrets." Embraced the darkness within. As days turned into a blur, Sarah's mental state deteriorated. She became isolated, afraid to share her ordeal, fearing no one would believe her. The malware monitored her reactions, adapting and intensifying the psychological torture. Sarah was not the only victim. Shadow Striker had cast a wide net, infecting countless others. Each victim became a node in a sinister network, their experiences interconnected. The malware facilitated a twisted social experiment, allowing victims to glimpse each other's torment. Sarah, in a moment of desperation, reached out to another victim, a young man named Daniel. Their phones, now linked, revealed a shared nightmare. They discovered that their experiences were tailored, each facing their unique fears. Together, they realized the scale of Shadow Striker's game. As the psychological torture intensified, Sarah and Daniel made a desperate pact. They believed that by giving into their deepest desires, the torment would end. Sarah, driven by fear and manipulation, committed an unthinkable act, one that would haunt her forever. Sarah, in a moment of distorted reality, took a blade to her skin, etching a message onto her arm, a message dictated by the malware. The pain was real, but the relief she sought never came. Instead, Shadow Striker's laughter echoed through her phone's speakers, mocking her desperation. As news of the malware's impact spread, a global effort to track down Shadow Striker commenced. Cybercrime units and underground hackers joined forces, determined to put an end to the terror. The dark web, once a safe haven for Shadow Striker, became a hostile environment. Every move was scrutinized, and every trace of their code was analyzed. The hunt led to a cat-and-mouse game, with Shadow Striker always one step ahead. They left false trails, manipulated evidence, and played with their pursuers' minds, much like they did with their victims. The authorities and hackers alike were entangled in a psychological battle, questioning their own sanity. Through relentless investigation, a shocking revelation came to light. Shadow Striker was not one person, but a collective, a cult-like group of hackers with a twisted agenda. Their leader, a mysterious figure known as the Architect, had a grand plan to create a digital dystopia where fear and desire ruled. The architect believed that by pushing individuals to their psychological limits, they could unlock a new form of consciousness. Their malware was a tool to facilitate this twisted evolution, and the victims were mere pawns in their game. In a coordinated strike, the cybercrime units and hacker allies launched an attack on the architect's network. The operation was risky, as any misstep could trigger a catastrophic event, potentially harming the victims further. As the digital battle raged, Sarah and Daniel, now freed from the malware's control, provided crucial insights. They became advocates, sharing their experiences to raise awareness and support other victims. Finally, the network was breached, and the architect's true identity was revealed. The authorities apprehended the culprits, bringing an end to the immediate threat. In the aftermath, the victims struggled to rebuild their lives. Sarah and Daniel, once strangers, found solace in each other, forming a bond through shared trauma. They became advocates for cybercrime awareness, sharing their story to educate and protect others. The case of Shadow Striker served as a stark reminder of the dark potential of technology and the importance of digital literacy. It sparked a global conversation about the ethical boundaries of hacking and the need for robust cybersecurity measures.